What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide, back with day 14 of the 31 Days of Horror 2022 edition. Today we got Dario Argento's film from 1982, Tenebrae. This is a film that has eluded me for a long time. I've been wanting to pick this up. I think that there's a 4K, but that's probably like $80 at Cinema One, so I picked this up for like 25 bucks. Good deal. It comes with a lot of good special features. One of the main things is a documentary called Yellow Fever, which is the rise and fall of the giallo. And I've watched about 10 minutes of it. I was kind of passing out. I put it on after this film. And I was like, you know what? And it's subtitled, so I'm like, you know what? And I have no problem with subtitles, but when I'm like passing out, I can't fucking really be sitting there reading a book. I'm going to pass right out at that point. But Tenebrae. So another Argento film off the fucking list of to-be-watched flicks for me. Not going to get too much into the plot of this one because this is a film that I think is a real thinker, and like I'm the type of guy that I think when I put these movies on, I'm one of those ones. I'm like, that guy's gonna be the fucking killer, guarantee. And the guy that I pegged was not, and I was like, damn, man, like fuck. So Argento, man, he's a son of a bitch, this guy. So basically, the movie's all about this guy. Even though I just said I'm not going to get into the plot, but the movie's about a writer who's written this book called Tenebrae. He's on a book tour. He's from New York. He's gone to Rome to do this book tour. You got a really likable cop. That cop guy's probably like my favorite part of the film. And me and Danny B, the trash dash, were talking about it. Like, we love how the guy's like, the girl's like, oh, I would offer you a drink, but you're working. He's like, no, I only drink on work. I only drink at work. And he's like, give me a scotch. And she hands him like a fucking glass. Like, that's the thing with these Italian flicks. Like, when there's booze being handed around, it's never just like a little like shot glass or like little how do you do. It's always like a fucking full-on apple juice glass full of booze. The guy drinks it down. But anyways, the writer that's written this book, Tenebrae, has like, there's murders that are sort of attached to this book. Like, this one person was killed and then pages of the book were stuffed in her mouth, and letters are being sent to this writer at his hotel, and he's kind of trying to become like, he's trying to investigate it himself a little bit at one point by going to this guy's house who's like a critic, not a critic, but like a guy that is a TV host. And I kind of thought he might have been the killer at one point. I think he did do some killings, but it's more this other dude who's off his rocker. I'm not going to say who it is, but that kid that is like the helper, like the little blonde, like the blonde boy, or not boy, but like teenage kid. I thought he was going to be the killer for the longest time, and we ended up seeing him see someone get killed. But like, the killing like happens right in front of him, but he didn't see it. He just saw the axe, which I found hilarious. A lot of good kills with an axe in this film. One of my favorite kills, there's a scene where this woman is like sitting at a table next to a window, and an axe like flies through the window, cuts her arm off, and blood is just fucking spurting everywhere. It looks so awesome. Heavy use of blood in this film. I love like the writer guy when he gets hit in the head with a brick or something. He's like bleeding from the head, and he doesn't really like do anything. He just like goes home and like wipes it with a fucking wet rag and calls it a night. Gross. But I loved all the I love John Saxon in this film as the agent. I think it's hard to not like John Saxon. Like, every film I've seen him in, like Cannibal Apocalypse, this one, even though he's not like a big star, he's not like a big role in this film. Obviously, Enter the Dragon, bit parts in some of the Friday the 13th Nightmare on Elm Street films. I got Friday the 13th on my head for some reason because I was thinking about that one scene where the guy's like in the RV. I think it's in like part 6 maybe, or part 7, maybe even, I think it's either 6 or 7, but there's that guy driving the RV. He's like listening to the music, and his girl's getting killed in the back, and he's just like, yeah, all right. Like, thinking about that shit the other night. But really liked the direction of the film. I loved all of the camera angles in this film. There's that. I think this is the one. I've been watching a lot of Argento films, so Opera, Tenebrae, and Inferno are kind of like a Slurpee in my head right now. But there's that one shot that like goes around the house, like the rooftops of the house. Like, it lasts forever. I thought it was so awesome. Really good stuff, man. That's one thing that when you watch an Argento film, you're in for a fucking spectacular show. And I was not disappointed with this. Although I will say, if you put a gun to my head and said Inferno or Tenebrae, I'm going with Inferno. And I might almost even say Opera over Tenebrae, but that might be pushing it. And I was warned by both Danny B and Radioactive Blob Fuel to like get really baked for this film because it is fucked. And there is some weird ass moments in the movie that were just like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, this is like, I was really stoned when I watched Tenebrae. So it's gonna be needed another viewing. I want to show Kayla some of these giallo flicks because I know she's into them as well. But yeah, had a lot of fun with this one. Had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to checking out a few more Argento films. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last Argento video, but I've really been wanting to rewatch Suspiria in its whole because I talked about on the live stream the other night that my copy, we like came to conclusion that my copy is like a cut piece of shit version of Suspiria, and the version that was on Tubi that I watched was not. So I need to sit down and watch like a full-on copy of Suspiria because the day I put it on Tubi, I had people over. I wasn't really like fucking just staring at the TV. I'm like talking and shit like that. So definitely got to watch that fucker again. It's been a while for sure. Yeah, I'm looking forward to sort of exploring the not only just Italian or not only just the giallo part of the Italian cinema, but you know, get into some more other directors. I know Danny B's been watching like Bruno Mattei films, and you know, I haven't seen that many Mattei films. I've seen Shocking Dark and I think at least two other ones I'm blanking on. No, that's Contamination's Lucio Koji, I believe, but either way, I'm having a good time with this, man. So I am recording this video before I got to go to work, which is something I don't like doing. I like to record these at nighttime so it looks a little more fucking chirpy with like the red light behind me, but got to make do with what you get or what you got. So I'm going to eat some breakfast and I'm going to go to work. So I might make another video tonight. We'll see what happens. But with that being said, I appreciate everybody for watching, leaving a 666 in the comments, staying tuned for all future installments of the 31 Days of Horror, and checking out the live streams if you can, when you can, if you can. So like I said in the last video, maybe there'll be a live stream this Friday night, and maybe not. So with that being said, adios. Thanks for watching. Take the microphone off and see ya.